Lab 5, Classes. The patterns we learnt this week relate to classes. When constructing a class, you need to write a constructor. This constructor will initialize all the fields within that class. So there are three main ways of setting those fields. The first is from literals, and this is where you set a default value for the fields. The next is initializing from the user, so you use the read pattern. And the last is initializing from parameters that were provided elsewhere. The two other patterns we learned were the menu pattern, where you can have a nice little user interface, and the toString and formatted patterns. Alright, so when you're given a specification, this week we need to convert it into a class diagram. Okay, so when you see words like a noun, for example, a bank, a balance, this could be a class or a field. If you see a verb such as deposit, withdraw, right, this is going to be a goal or a method. If you see an adjective such as, is this account open? Well, that could be a Boolean field or Boolean function. How do you find constructors? You should look for words like initial. So the initial value was blah, or create the blah, right? They can be really useful. Next, let's talk about public and private. Everything in classes is private, so all the data is private usually. But then you have methods which are public. The main selling point of classes is encapsulation. Imagine you're in a large company, with a huge amount of code. There's no way every single person would be able to remember every part of that code base. With object-oriented programming, though, you don't have to. All you need to remember is the behavior of the classes, and not actually how it implements that behavior. Only the person that created the class needs to understand its internals. So only one person, or multiple people, but a small amount of people need to create the class and its code inside, and then everyone else can just read those method headers for the public functions, and they should be able to work out what it does based on that. So this is much more manageable